Brad Williams, Excel primed. This particular tutorial, we want to deal with those zeros. In the previous unique example, it said, well, what if there's zeros? How do we deal with them? And we'll address that. We're going to combine two lists into a new single list dealing with zeros. Here we have block 1, then we have block 2. We're going to use our traditional VSTACK, nothing new here. Here's our array, B5, C9, B14, C18. This is just a repeat of what we've done. Now to incorporate a 0, because we have the same size blocks, I just threw in this choose random between. There's 21 different entries, the last being a 0. So we're going to get a random output. Hit F9. You hit F9, you can see there's a 0 here. Hit F9 up above until we get a 0. You can see a 0, 0, 0. See the output under auto. Our colors seem to be in sync. What are we going to do about those zeros? They're unattractive. They're confusing. I don't want to see them. Well, we can look over here and we can include the substitute. We can nest this substitute with the VSTACK and we can say, look, if we have a 0, replace that, put a blank. Sort of like an if statement. If, in this case, it says VSTACK, if 0, substitute for blank. You could put if 0, you can do an if statement, but a substitute does it in a snap, and the output is shown here. As you can see, the zeros are shown as blank. Hit F9. These two have been replaced with blanks. That's all we're doing in terms of incorporating the substitute to address that 0 if it's bothersome. If you want to stack this or sort this, you can include the sort with the substitute in the VSTACK and put this in alignment. You can sort this by color, what have you. Over here is a brief narrative. Read it if you need it. Take a look at the anatomy. I went over the substitute quickly. Why? Because you should be familiar with it by now. If not, break it apart piece by piece. Brad Williams, Excel primed.